Prefixes and suffixes.
Prefixes are added to the beginning of a word and modify its meaning. By understanding the meanings of different prefixes, we can expand our vocabulary. For example, think about the common verb do. Imagine you read or hear the verb redo, which may be unfamiliar to you. If you know that the prefix re means again, you can understand the meaning of redo as well, which is do again. In addition to re, another common prefix is anti. Anti means against. When we add it to the word virus, for example, we get antivirus. Based on our understanding of the prefix, we can understand that an antivirus is something that fights against a virus. Let's try another. Co means together. So a coworker is someone you work with. You work together. We can use extra to mean outside, as in extraterrestrial or outside the Earth. As you can guess, terrestrial refers to the Earth. In can often be used to mean not, as in our example, inactive. An inactive person is the opposite of an active one. It means he or she doesn't do much physical activity. Inter means go-between. So something that goes between nations, like a plane flight from New York to Dubai, is international. Mid is the beginning of middle. That means that midday is the middle of the day, or about noon. Finally, miss can mean incorrect. So if you misspell something, you spell it incorrectly. Now it's your turn to practice using the prefixes we just reviewed. Read the sentences and say the meaning of the highlighted words. Number 1. They usually eat a midday meal. Midday means the middle of the day. Number 2. I didn't want to redo my homework, but I had made too many mistakes. Did you say do again? Number 3. We wanted to set up an international business. International means between nations. Number 4. Mustafa and I are co-workers. Co-workers are people who work together. Number 5. My account was inactive for a month. My account was not active for a month. Number 6. Ibrahim misspelled some words, so he corrected them. He spelled them incorrectly. Number 7. I used an antivirus program to protect my computer. Right. Antivirus means against viruses. Number 8. What do you think about extraterrestrial exploration? Do you remember what terrestrial refers to? It refers to the Earth, so extraterrestrial means outside of the Earth. For additional practice, predict the missing word in each sentence. Use the highlighted word and the meaning of the prefix to help you. Here's the first one. These vitamins claim to be against aging. What kind of vitamins are they? They are anti-aging vitamins. Number 2. I have to finish my homework because it's still not complete. Yes, it's incomplete. Number 3. Nafla didn't pronounce my name correctly. Right, she mispronounced it. Number 4. Hadi and I are, together, the captains on our team. We are co-captains. Number 5. Abdullah participated in many activities outside the curricular program. He liked He liked extracurricular activities. That's a mouthful. Let's try it again. He liked extracurricular activities. Okay, number 6. Haya wanted to take the exam again, but she couldn't. She couldn't retake it. Number 7. We have a meeting in the middle of the week. I don't like... What kind of meetings? I don't like midweek meetings. Number 8 is a little bit hard because we have to think a little to get the right word. Let's take it one step at a time. Here's the sentence. We took a photograph at grandfather's house that had family members from different generations. In other words, the people in the photo were between generations. Did you say intergenerations? We have to change that to an adjective. The adjective form is intergenerational. In addition to prefixes, we can also modify words by adding suffixes. Suffixes come at the end of words and usually indicate the part of speech of the word. So, if you have an adjective but you need a noun that expresses the same or a similar idea, you may be able to add a suffix to get the form of the word that you need. 2 common suffixes that form nouns are ence and ance. We can start with an adjective, intelligent, and make it a noun by adding ence at the end, intelligence. Notice the spelling. Not all the letters from the adjective are present in the noun. Let's try another. Your sentence is, she didn't have any. Any what? You know the adjective confident, but you need a noun to complete the sentence. Add ence and you have confidence. Look at the spelling of the 2 words. What letter is in confident that is not in confidence? Now, let's start with a verb, assure, and make it a noun with ance, assurance. Again, notice the spelling. What is different? What happens when we have the verb endure, but we need a noun? Right, we drop the E and add ance, and form endurance. Another suffix that forms nouns is shun. We start with the verb elevate, add shun, and get elevation. Pay attention to the spelling here, too. If we have the verb produce but want a noun, we can add shun and get production. Here, notice the spelling and the pronunciation. The vowel sound in the stressed syllable changes. Produce, production. Suffixes can also be used to form adjectives. Ent and ant often form adjectives. If 2 things differ, they are different. Differ is a verb. Different is an adjective. We often show the significance of something by calling it significant. Significance is a noun. Significant is an adjective. Full is another suffix that forms adjectives. Someone with a lot of hope is hopeful. Something that means a lot or has a lot of meaning is meaningful. 2 common suffixes that form verbs are ate and eyes. Ate can be used to make nouns, as in doctorate, and adjectives, as in fortunate, as well as verbs. When the meaning is to make something have a certain quality, then ate forms a verb. If we make something active, we activate it. If we make something necessary, we necessitate it. Using eyes, we can also create verbs. If activities give us energy, they energize us. If a doctor focuses his or her studies on a special field, he or she specializes in it. Remember, use ence, ants, and shun to create nouns. Use ent, ant, and full to create adjectives. And use ate and eyes to create verbs. Now, let's practice. Look at each word on the screen. Using the suffixes to help you, determine whether the word is a noun, an adjective, or a verb. What does each word mean? Education. Noun. The shun tells us that the word is a noun. When you educate children, they get an education. Modernize. Verb. We can see that the eyes gives us a verb from the adjective modern. To make something modern is to modernize it. Importance. Noun. The ants indicates a noun. What is the adjective form of this word? Yes, it's important. Respectful. Adjective. Full tells us that we have an adjective form of the verb respect. The adjective means full of respect. Legislate. Verb. The 8 here tells us that the word is a verb. To legislate means to make a law, and the law can be called legislation. Reluctant. The ant ending tells us it's an adjective. Reluctant means not wanting to do something. Consistent. Here, the ent tells us it's an adjective. What does it mean? Consistent means always acting in the same way. Sufficient. Here is another ent adjective. If something is sufficient, it is enough. For example, because we had sufficient practice, we were able to win the game. Abundance. Yes, the ants tells us that this word is a noun. What is the meaning of abundance? Abundance means having more than enough. In summary, prefixes come at the beginning of words and have meaning. Some common prefixes are anti, co, extra, in, inter, mid, miss, and re. When you are listening or reading and hear or see one of these prefixes, you can use your knowledge of the prefix to figure out the extra meaning it gives to the word. Suffixes, on the other hand, come at the end of words and indicate the part of speech of the word. Some common suffixes are ents, ants, shun, ent, ant, full, ate, and eyes. If you hear or see a word with one of these suffixes, you can help yourself understand the structure of the sentence by knowing which words are nouns, verbs, or adjectives. Prefixes and suffixes are important parts of the English language. By learning some of the most common ones, you can increase your vocabulary quickly.